IBB10 Sunday nights. Yeah. Faction opinions, football news, win or lose, everybody's got views. Who's silent, who got dropped, who's talking big when the form she stopped. Sussex non-league, talking the hardest, Sunday night show when the man them locked in. Project Wood with the football facts, dug out diaries where they want us chat. Ben's in bed by 10, night is goalie man on mute again. IBB10, everybody watching. IBB10, everybody talking. The Sunday night non-league show, congrats, you made the list.
And we are here.
Good evening, everyone. It's Sunday night. It's see, all you lot can hear that, and I can't. So I have to listen to it after. But yeah, we are back after a Sunday off. Due to a few reasons, Mike was big fishing in Cape Verde. I was at Soccer Aid, so yeah, it just wasn't going to happen last week. So we thought, no, we'll have a break, but we'll come back strong this Sunday, and we've got a big, strong show for you tonight. So let's get it started. Let's start with Mike. How was Cape Verde?
Mate, holiday of a lifetime. Went out there, took the family. Cape Verde is about 10 islands off the coast of Africa. Stayed in this Koff hotel, all inclusive. Drank 224 beers, put on about 3 stone. Fat jabs were not included in that date. Did all of the extreme stuff, the jet skis, the off-road buggies, bit of green marlin fishing out there. Obviously, when I landed, our friends from over in France weren't very happy with me, so they caught me on a few beers, and then as far as I'm concerned, that was that ended. But yeah, nice break though. Actually back into it, but I'm on pre-season now. Look, there's no Cruzy Campo,
Right.
no whiskies, there's no Stellas, no glass of wine. It's a little Robinson's black currant. But
you're actually going to do a pre-season, like I'm actually going to do a pre-season this year.
I reckon we should film it, mate.
No, you're not filming me, mate. It's a local village team. It's like steps.
Are you actually playing?
No, I'm going to play. I'm going to get fit, in pre-season.
Right. Okay.
No, I ain't got the time to play, mate. I've got bloody Hastings United non-stop.
Well, we need to talk about that because that's given. But yeah, lads, great to be back. But this starts probably the busiest week I've had involved in football, because there's a lot going on that we're involved with, and we'll talk about that in a bit.
We will.
But yeah, looking forward to getting stuck into these team of the seasons, because I know there's going to be pelters, there's going to be love, there's going to be people tuning in and tuning off. But at the end of the day, this is our opinion. We can only make a squad of 16. We will see how it goes.
Exactly that.
Spoiler alert, I only put 15 in my Div 1 squad.
Well, I gave you an extra player because I felt.
Did you put one in?
Yeah, I gave you someone, mate.
Right, well, I only thought 15 were worthy. So that's controversial, no.
That's fair enough. But Billy, how are we, mate? How has it been with, obviously, football break at the moment? And your role at Hastings now, how is that going?
Yeah, so it's been everything's good, mate. Everything's really good.
Good.
Like football break, I was about to say, I wish there is no break. Obviously, I was in the background helping as kind of in this kind of role, but there was still a lot of blurred lines. There was still a lot of who goes to who and what have you. And it probably caused a little bit too much confusion at the football club. So we sat down in the summer and just said, look, this is what's going to happen. The owners are going to look after the ground development and the changing into sorting out the pilot field into what it is. And effectively, immediately, I was going to take control of all football operations. So I'm in control of all football operations at Hastings United, which could be a good or bad thing. We'll find out. But it was an offer I couldn't refuse, and a good enough offer for me to not go, as Mike always is, in the dugout. Right. So it's been fun. Been obviously getting to know Ronnie a bit better, the new manager of Hastings United, understanding what he wants player wise and what he wants to achieve that end. Also setting the fact that we got to be realistic. We are a big side, we're a big club, but it's not been a good couple of years for the club. We have to be honest with that. And now it's about resetting resetting it a little bit, not harping on about the past, because the past is the past. It's done. Even the good past, like the stuff that we did before the first departure, I'm like, that's done now. Like that's in the books, right? It's now about, and I keep saying this to people at the club, and it's another phase of a phrase or such, being obsessed with ambition. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we're obsessed with just winning the league straight away, but being obsessed, like pushing the club forward again, like little wins, big wins, like whatever it is, bringing through some of the best young players again, and really kind of diligently looking at us as a football club again, first and foremost, communicating with our fans, being more proactive on that front as well. Like we've held a lot back in the last couple of last week or so while we're getting our kind of everything in a row and sorted. But look, I'm excited. There's other things I could have done, but ultimately this is the right job for me. I think anyway. I think it's the right club for me. It's step 4 football, and that's no disrespect to county league football or anything like that. As we all know, I've got a lot of time for it. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing 2 team of the seasons for step 5 and step 6. But I have to understand when there's an opportunity to progress, which I believe the biggest club in East Sussex, without a doubt. I have to be there to do it, regardless if I'm from Hastings or not. Hastings gets 800 to 1,000 people watching when they're in shit. So what are we going to do when we're doing well?
Yeah, but, exactly, mate.
So it's going to be a process, and it won't be overnight.
Can I just jump in there as well, Phil? I mean, you and me have had a lot of chats over the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I know full well you wanted to get in that dugout, in that manager's.
Yeah, I did. I did.
However, what was I saying?
Yeah.
You are Mr. Hastings. You do, you love that club.
Yeah.
It's going through a transitional period at the moment. And could you really walk away from something like that?
Well, look, I did have offers to do other things. But no, I couldn't.
I think you made the right move.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think it's with all due respect to, and I've got all the time in the world for the people that I spoke to, had chats with, met with, got close to doing something with, but I just couldn't. I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave it because it hasn't been great the last couple of years. Right? No. It hasn't been. Like, don't get me wrong, Dave Orndorff did reach his target of keeping the club up. That was the remit when he came in, and I respect that and what have you. But there wasn't always great alignment between where the club wanted to be, let's just say. And I think it's now my job to go, right, not where an individual wants to be or an individual manager wants to be or an individual 18s manager or 23s. No, this is who we are now. And the board are going to have to like it and lump it. The manager's going to have to like it and lump it, because we're all going to do it together. We're going to be together and make it work. There's going to be things that we get wrong. There's going to be things that are new. This is Ronnie Donan's first job, right? Doesn't need his hands hold. He's an absolute man's man. Absolute man's man. Like, speak with him all up.
Because that was the concern I've been hearing. And I'll be honest, it's his first job.
Yeah.
Massive step up. Massive show of faith from the club. Could be an absolute dream signing, or it could go tits up.
Look, we had some real good candidates, Mike.
I know. Right? I know you did.
But I'm gonna make it very clear. Ronnie's very self-assured, right?
Mm.
Very self-assured. And I also put it this way: every manager had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I know Hastings is a big club; it's a big first job to get, but he's a local lad as well. People don't really understand that. He lives 10 minutes from the stadium. Like, literally lives around the corner. He's brought in an absolute club legend in Sammy Adams as his assistant alongside Trevor McCready as well. And then Trev's got that kind of knowledge a little bit more further west as well. And, you know, and a current player who would sniffed and saw all the best local, like, county players who potentially could have a step up. So I just look at it like this: we have to reset a little bit and go back to what made us great. And when Chris Agata got the job, and it's a different sort of manager. Aggie was a coach, right? I look at it like this: no one knew who Adam Lovett was. No one knew who David Radari was. No one knew who Louis Rogers was. No one knew who Ollie Black was. Like, no one knew who these players were, right? He took a part, like James Paul, players like that, like players that got into our first team. Tom Chalmers, Jake Elliott, who he got from Peacehaven. No one knew who these players were. Now, those names I'm just mentioning are all playing, most of them play National League football.
Yeah.
Right. So do we have to go, right, there will be some mercenaries. There will be people that will go, oh, I want X, Y, Z to come to Hastings United. And this ain't, by the way, we will move on from Hastings shortly. I want to clarify all this before we go.
Yeah.
Because this is news.
It's a big club, and it should be a big talking point. With all due respect to a lot of other clubs out there, and there will be players that will go, oh, I want X, Y, Z to come to Hastings. But some of the conversations we've had, I've just had to remind players: there's not many clubs you can play in front of 1,000 people. There's not many clubs that you do well at, you'll be adored by. There's not many clubs that if you do well at, you'll then get a move, right? With all due respect, with some of the teams in this league, and I call Step 4 a little bit like a glorified county league now, because of the teams that are in it. And that's, again, not about, and I'm not trying to disrespect the level, but Hastings is a football club. Finishing 17th is like, no one has a divine right to, but you can't be finishing 17th in that league and have the best attendance, second or third best attendance in that league. Do you know what I mean? It's not right. It's not right. So we're going to probably we will look at the best players locally across Sussex, like coming through. We won't always look at Step 3, Step 2, Step 4 players. Obviously, there's players that we're targeting, but I want the best 9 who scored 30 goals last year. I want a left back who deserves an opportunity, but also players have got to have the bollocks as well. I found this quite interesting.
What, reaching out?
No, not even reaching out. I found there's players that would rather stay in obscurity than fight for an opportunity at a higher level. Would rather play for, guarantee that they can play 35 games for a club in front of 50 people, than have an opportunity to test themselves at Step 4, which I find bonkers. And that might be a generational thing. Monty, you can tell me, you're in that generation, right? Is it a generational thing that people ain't got the bollocks anymore? But I tell you what, if I was a young lad and Hastings United would come knocking at the door, you grab it by both hands. If you don't, you ain't going to get that sort of opportunity again. Because do you know what? Hot season, that's your chance. Next year, if you don't have that hot season, you're probably going to be stuck at that level.
It's fair. It's fair.
And
fair
that's
enough,
not
mate.
any individual. That's just like, we've had like a lot of conversations, and there's been some that have been fantastic, and there's some really hungry young players, and there's some elder statesmen, some experienced players going, I really love the idea of playing for Hastings. Some Step 3 players, Step 4 players, a player that, was at National League South club. His last club was a National League South club. We're looking to tie up now as well. So you kind of, in the bigger like looking at it, I've just seen so many different sides of it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, but then it's all about them. For them, then it's all about money and not about, with all due respect, pick up 200 quid and play in front of 27 people if you want to, or pick up after dough or 150 quid and travel, but actually have a fan base. Do you know, the fear, like, you're all football people here, and we're all football people.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're a winger, right, you cut inside and put one top bins and you hear that roar, right? Or you, with all due respect, cut in, put it top bins and it go and you hear crickets.
A clap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's exactly. You wouldn't be.
I don't get it. But also I think people get comfortable and think, well, I'm gonna play here. Because a lot of the young lads now, if they're not playing, so, and this is not just Hastings level, right? So gonna open the door a little bit more. So in the last couple of years, there's been young Hastings lads that have gone out on loan, not been in starting straight away, and then fucking it off. And you go, well, that like because you're going down a level or two, don't give you the fine right. You've got to go and earn your stripes there to then come back up. That's the whole point. Because you've been sent by Hastings, don't mean you're guaranteed 90 minutes. And I think players have got to get out of their heads this guaranteed of minutes bullshit and actually just go and challenge themselves to play, back themselves. Like, all right, maybe I'm not a name, but maybe I'm better than that current number 9, and I'm going to prove it. You know, I'm going to take my chance. I'm going to be patient for 4 or 5 weeks, sit there patiently. When I get that chance, I'm going to go and fucking show the gaffer that I should be starting every week. I think that mentality needs to come back into football a bit, because I think everyone's making it easy. And also there's shit players getting paid way too much money, like the step 5 thing, getting weighed in. I've heard some of the offers going around at step 5 this year. It's an absolute fucking travesty, mate. Loads of people paying their mortgages, right? Like, I've never been one to say that people shouldn't get paid or there shouldn't be money in football, but I always look at balancing your books a little bit, because what happens is these clubs don't have FA Cup runs. Yeah. It depends on what people want to balance out or to sit and earn a bit less money at lower level. It's about high. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be great, right? And I think that should be the way. But I think, I don't know, I just think like it comes down to the point of like how many clubs are going to offer all these opportunities to players. Yeah. I'm hearing it more in Kent, by the way.
You're hearing more in Kent as opposed to Sussex?
No, Sussex there is, mate. Trust me. It's actually circuses in town at the moment. Some of these clubs telling the budgets.
I want to talk later on. We'll talk about some of those things.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
The rumours are ridiculous.
But like just quickly for Monty, because I've really taken up a real intro here. Oh. But on that note, like Kent, there's players being offered a lot of money to go somewhere or whatever, because money men are going in places. But I always say this: what happens if first 6, 7, 8 games that season, right? They don't start well. They're out of the FA Cup, so there's no prize money coming in. Yeah. Then what happens? Then these people get bored and they fuck off. Right? Then what happens to the budget? Then what happens to those players who then are knocking on doors because they ain't got clubs anymore, right? I don't know. I think people have got to start fighting smart. But it's been like, but on top of that, it's all really good, and we're really excited. It's going to be a very good, a new looking Hastings United side, let's just say. But with the principles of what Hastings United is about, which has definitely gone out the window. Step 5, we'll go transfer. Yeah, but that's even shitter, isn't it? Because then the gaffers have got to be stronger and not pay them the money. If everyone sticks to it and ain't got like a weak backbone, then players don't take the piss. The problem is there's a lot of fanny managers out there that just want to keep their players and will end up paying extra just to keep them through the door.
Fair one there, Bill. And he stayed silent long enough. He's not on mute, but he is in his third lounge with the piano behind him. Monty, how are we, mate? How has your football break been? And are you still Roffy's number 1?
I don't know much about a football break. I've been non-stop, really. Like Bill, going constantly, planning next season. Had all the trials done, had other teams' trials done, planned all pre-season, all arranged pre-season fixtures. Then the FA Youth Cup fixtures come out, and it's 2 weeks earlier than it was last season. So we've now got to rearrange some pre-season fixtures because the FA Youth Cup's been placed in the middle of the school summer holidays, which is great.
All right.
On the 17th of August is when we enter the FA Youth Cup, when last year was the 3rd of September. So that's great. So we've got to rearrange all of them. So yeah, it's not really been really what I'd call a break. I mean, I spent 2.5 hours I was at the club today, so sorting out kit, trying to do some sponsorships as well. So,
Did you go on the celebratory 1.5 million allegedly Arsenal through the London bus thing?
unfortunately, I was refereeing. I couldn't. I was absolutely gutted. Absolutely gutted.
Probably didn't miss much, mate.
I was going to
gutted.
say my daughter. She's a big Arsenal fan, right? And the night her world was over the night before, right? She's 11.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there and she's crying her eyes out like, oh, I just don't understand how Raya didn't dive the right way. Like literally, she was in bits. And she was like, you just won the Premier League this year. Chill out. Like last time this happened, I was 18. Like relax. Oh, I just don't understand.
Premier League was good. Champions League would have been a bonus for me.
Yeah,
you had like
they're winning extra amount, anyhow. Yeah, they scored. Mike, they scored way too early, and
Arsenal before I got in the bar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And the thing is, though, that Arsenal team, if they're so good defensively, and they are, look how long they held out. And anyway, like you kind of didn't want them to score that early because then they could have a go still. But they scored so early that it was always going to end up like that. But
we scored with our first bloody shot.
Yeah. But what an angle to score from. Like,
it was great goal. I mean, I was loving it. I was jumping up and down, saying lots of different words which can't be repeated. Refereed though, so I couldn't go to the parade. Absolutely gutting. And then yesterday I was out in London at Trooping the Colour, King's birthday parade, the Colonel's Review. Absolutely soaked through.
I saw the King as well yesterday at the Derby.
It was so
really?
So wet. Mike, you'll vouch how wet it was yesterday. It was horrible.
I went to the wettest Epsom Derby in history. So wet. To be fair, I got all the big horse race events and that. I took the family, and it was that bad. Thousands of people were actually leaving before the Derby. 40-mile-an-hour winds. We're on the hill, proper having it, and it was just a washout. So, yeah, I even left with the last two races, and I don't leave early for most things. So, yeah, gutted.
But, gentlemen, let's get the show started. Now, Mike, we're going to come to you because I think we need to go through the rumours and facts that have been sent through to the Dugout AI app. Mike, take it away.
First and foremost, everyone, we're well over 1,000 users here constantly on the Dugout app that you can get on all the platforms. You guys are a golden source of breaking news. You really are. Sometimes we hear news from this rumor section on the app before anyone. Now, a few things that they've got right recently. Jay Lovett, Whitehawk, bang on. That was literally a couple of days before that happens. Great guy, Jay. He's going over to Whitehawk. I believe, Bill, you were saying that Mr. Saunders is going upstairs. Is
upstairs, yeah. So Sean, who is an absolute legend, and not only a legend, an absolute great guy. Got all the time in the world for him. He is staying at the club, but he's going up as director of football, and he's going to be linking the youth as well. So they've got a good little youth set up there now that they want to increase and push. And I think he's the perfect person for it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know they tried that with Ryan Gaylor last year.
Yeah,
it didn't work, did it?
Didn't work, no.
Whitehall's an interesting club because, it's just an interesting club, mate. It's an interesting club. I'll leave it as that. It's an interesting club. I don't know how Jay's going to get on there. And
Another one we heard about, I put a little cryptic thing up on there, is a player who was one of the key players, standout players this year, going back home. That was true. That was Dion Jarvis.
Didn't we know about that about a month ago? Am I lying?
Well, there was talks of Bogner. There was
Yeah.
definitely
that
talks.
was it. Yeah.
I definitely know that they were having a sniff around him. You know, I rate that lad. We'll talk about that
Yeah.
later. Mitch and he said to me a couple of weeks ago, because I asked him about the Dion one, and he said, "Look, we're trying, we'll get him there." And look, he's loved by those players over there and those fans. So yeah, good luck to Dion over there. Rumours are Zion McLeod is staying at East Preston again. You know, he's flirted with a couple of teams in the round, banged in goals season.
Is that a surprise?
Not really. Not
No.
really, to be fair. I spoke to Andy at East Grinstead this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it to myself what he said, but they have got some signings coming out. I said to him that you know, they're going to do all their revealing this week, but I tell you what, lads, they will raise eyebrows. East Grinstead.
Wait.
Okay.
You think they're going to raise eyebrows? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
What? Why do you think that?
Because I didn't think they'd be able to get some of those players. I'm actually going up to have a little bit.
Yeah,
of
but look, but Mike, we know why they're going to get those players.
Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
There you go. Let's be honest.
I'm popping up to see him just after some of our shows, so I'll give the update on that. I hear as well that Jamie Krellin turned down a step 2 job to pursue the and this has popped through quite a few times on the app, to continue the Three Bridges dream that he is on, which fair play to Krells. In my opinion, the manager in Sussex of the season. You know, so there.
Great.
There's rumours are a certain Mr. Dave Baker, who was formerly at Montpellier Villa, currently doing a bit of work at Shoreham, is going to a team over in Brighton. Is it ASC Strikers? Is it ASC?
ASC Brighton Rangers.
They play at Culver Road, don't they?
Isn't ASC Brighton Rangers? Isn't that like a reback? What were they called before?
I don't know.
But what was St Francis Rangers?
Well,
is it okay?
they've never looked for promotion first time round, so we'll see how that goes.
And I've had an interesting one put through today. It's actually a player I sponsor. Well, I sponsored last season.
Okay.
Carl Sims, potentially to Hassocks. You know, obviously
What? Again?
Carl Sims
Yeah.
to Hassocks. Allegedly, that's popped through a few
Haywards.
times.
Well, I heard he's leaving Hayward. Has he left Hayward? Is it public knowledge?
Not that I know of.
If it's not, it is now.
Maybe Denim.
So that's come through. There's been a few as well. There's been a few porky pies on there.
Well, what club are we playing?
Allegedly, you and me, Bill, were the backers for AFC Uckfield.
Really?
Yeah.
No chance.
No,
Wow.
No, look, all the time,
Absolutely zero chance in that.
That wasn't us. Monty, allegedly, you were going to Lancing.
That's news to me. Fucking hell.
These are what? These are some of the decent ones that come through. And look. But I just want to give you a little update on those things. There's a lot that we have to verify.
Check.
A lot of the time. Oh, and obviously Fenelon going to Burgess Hill. That was announced before 4 or 5 people on the app, before Dom or Horsham had done it, or even Gary Mansell over there. So yeah, this app, if you go on it, the On The Day app, go on the rumours section and up below, you can hear a whisper. Give us a shout. It's completely anonymous. We don't see who uploads it. We don't see where it come from. No IP addresses, no nothing. So that's why we have to stop the bias from the start.
Unlike troll accounts.
Oh, we get a few of them. You get a few.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Where your IP is in the public domain, sadly, for them people. But like,
and we'll find out who you are. So
we always do. We always
Yeah.
do. But
couple more now. Apparently, Milo could come into some money, and that somehow
well,
their budget's gone up.
who wants to go to Mile Oak? Eh?
think there was a video about that.
But yeah, look, for people that ain't got it, go there, go and download the app. It's free. It will always be free. You've got loads of other things on there, but it is absolutely excellent. It's got all the feeds, all the news, all the tables, fixtures, the lot in the podcast.
Put it this way, all I'm saying is none of these lot will ever invest in a football club after speaking to me. And
No.
I will never put another.
Because you know I wanted to, didn't you? You know I wanted to.
And I told him, don't even think about it. I'll never.
Not happening.
I will never ever put another penny into football in my life.
In fact, I've had a chat with this guy here as well, Mr. Gans, a guy I respect, big, and even he went, "You don't want to invest in a football club, you know. I'll help out any other way."
No, it's a mugs game.
Martin, great to see you. But yeah, so anyway, lads, a couple of new signings about it. A couple of teams have been putting some things. I hear Stenham made a few signings recently. What have you got?
Harry Heath, he's gone to Littlehampton as well. He's joined Dion there.
Has that been announced?
Yep, it's on Littlehampton's page.
They've also retained Tijan,
Yeah,
Marcus Ball, I think, as well.
they're going to have a good team this season coming.
What about the Woolard kid from Three Bridges? Where's he landed?
I bet he's still there, isn't he?
No, they released him.
They haven't seen anything of him signing anywhere yet.
He followed me the other day. But I don't know if he wants to come Hastings. If he does, give me a message. We'll have a chat.
This is Bill's mouthpiece for players.
Yeah.
But,
Good players only, mate. Good players only.
Anyway, I think it's time that we got into a little bit of controversy, like we do every time. So we put a task to the lads, and we said, can we find between ourselves, each of us, our own opinions, a team of the season for not only the Div 1, but the Prem as well. Now, we have all got different teams. We have all left out players that probably should be in there.
And we don't know who the teams are either.
No one has seen any of the teams yet. All right.
Intriguing.
So I think we should do this in order of age. Monty?
Yep.
Yep, go on.
So Monty's going to go. And what we're going to do is, Monty, I want to give yourself a little chance to discuss some of your things. And lads, the idea is you pick your peanuts out of pup and ask them why. Yeah? Now, for the people listening at home, these are our own choices. There was no limit to how many from each team. And all you had to do was play a 4-4-2 or 4-3-3. We had 11 starters, 5 subs. Okay? So, without further ado, should we start with the goalie Mont? So, Monty, take us through your SCFL Div 1 team of the season.
Yeah, well, obviously Div 1's not the league that I've seen overly much of this season, with obviously me being a bit preoccupied with the playing. But it's basically based off of players who I know have done well looking at statistics, and when I've played against them pre-season, mid-season, or even when I have been able to get and watch a game. So obviously the goalkeeper, I saw Blacko play when I went to watch Billings Worthing United in the playoff semi-final.
I was there. Were you there?
Yeah. And I thought it did all right. And I mean, looking at the defence, they were second best defence in the league. So he must have been doing something right. But then again, that feeds into why 3 of my back 4 play for Godalming. I mean, best defence in the league, only conceded 30 goals all season. Played against them in I didn't play against them. Roffey played against them. I was on the bench in the Peter Bentley Cup. when they beat us. I want to say 5-2, 6-2, something like that. And I mean their defense was really good. Bendel, right back, a player who I played with at Three Bridges many years ago, and captain Billingshurst to promotion. He's only a year older than me, so big credit to him. Midfield too, again, Edwin and Wetherland, both Godalming again, played against them, both caught. I mean, I can remember Cameron Edwin when he came to us, and he just ripped us apart completely, and we didn't have a weak team out that day, so fair credit to him. He did really well. Harry Fox from Infinity again, really good player who I've seen him play a couple of times now, and he's impressed me consistently. Luke Brodie, Billingshurst, made the jump up from Southwater in County 2 and hit the ground running, scored I think 12, 13 goals this season, did really well. Harrison Cable, Infinity, obviously they signed him from Petersfield. He only played 12 games, but he scored 11 goals in those 12 games, guiding Infinity to the playoff final. So big credit to him. And Lee Peacock right up there in the top scorers standings as well with Reigate Priory. So another impressive season for him. And then obviously you got my subs. You got the Godalming trio down there as well, along with Marley Ambler from Marloke and Matthew Hards from Billingshurst as well, who all five of those players could easily have been in my 11, but I had to have five not make it. So yeah.
Lads, what do we think?
I'm not saying anything because that looks so familiar. So.
I personally think you picked a pretty good squad there, Monty.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a few players that I feel you've missed out on. I don't want to shove too much because they'll be in my team. But I'm looking at it as a pretty defensive side, though, Mon.
Yeah, well, I'm a goalkeeper, aren't I? I think of defence first. I want to concede very few goals. We win 1-0 every week. I'm an Arsenal fan as well. Win 1-0, that'll fucking suit me.
I'll tell you one thing.
If you don't concede, you can't lose.
Well,
exactly,
that's the one thing that Mo, manager of Godalming, lived on this year.
Lads, I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, mate.
I thought about him. I'm in an R him. I had a long old think. He was the one player who I was really going, I really need to put him in, but I just couldn't find the space.
Yeah,
I considered switching to a back five at one point as well, and then I wasn't allowed.
I mean, I agree. I agree with you, Mon. You know, trying to get 16 players in a team or in a squad out of say 20 teams in those leagues, there's going to be a lot of people that should be in there that just didn't make it for whatever reason. Okay, so I mean, I think that's a pretty fair start from the goalie himself. Bill, what's your opinion?
I'm going to wait to mine.
To be fair, mate, pretty fair team. To be fair, you look at it, you've got to have a lot of the Godalming players in there just because of the season they had and what Mo did. So yeah, Mon, fair team, mate. Got to say, very fair.
Thank you.
What we're going to do as well, lads, is we're going to put these out to the public poll over this next week.
That's fair enough.
We're going to crown at our live show next week at Shoreham FC, the first ever live show. We're going to crown who had the best teams by the public opinion. Okay. Now, moving swiftly on. Bill, you're only 40, aren't you?
Yes.
You're only a pup.
I'm a puppy, mate. I'm a puppy.
So,
life begins at 40.
The Billy Wood SCFL Div 1 team of the season is.
It might as well be the Monty team of the season.
What, your midfield three all got the same fucking name, haven't they?
Where's my midfield?
Fucking hell, he's done well, hasn't he? Team name.
Where's my midfield?
Oh, Mike.
He had a hell of a season.
Mike.
Sorry, lads. I can tell you
Yeah.
that one didn't upload.
Player
well,
name,
I'll
player
tell you
name, player
lads.
name have been fantastic. Oh, wait, they're a bunch of brothers, right? Their mum and dad decided that it was easier just to call them all player, right?
Is it
And
like that?
and they've
guy,
been
Twice?
brilliant. The team name, they've been brilliant.
I don't know why that one didn't upload properly, Bill.
There we go.
so-
It's fine. We'll work it through.
But Bill, your team was. Tell them your team.
Right. So back home goal. I'm not going to go over the same thing that Monty said, but similar situation there. Bendel captain in a playoff winning side has to be in the side. Steve Herbert, Arundel left. I'll put him at left back because ultimately, Dave. I read a comment about Dave. What's he on about? Steve Herbert, I think, is he's a steady Eddie and he does what he does.
Steve Herb's quality, yeah.
It does what he does on the tin, and you know he drives standards down there. Back to, let's be frank, Godwin have been superb defensively. Midfield three, I've gone for Elroy, the same as Monty. Actually, Godwin I think is a fantastic player, and actually a player I looked to sign at Uckfield a couple of years ago as well. Just distance was something not there. Got a bit more attacking with my midfield, so I've got Harry Russell in there.
Harry Russell in there.
Harry Russell from Arundel and Harry Rossetti as well from Reigate. I just think a lot more goals, and my team's more about scoring goals, mate, than keeping them out the back of the net. And then obviously right wing Peacock, fantastic, saw him play earlier in the season. I've gone for Matt Hard rather than being on the bench. Just I think his goal contribution was fantastic. And then I've gone for Zion up top because I think he's a monster at that level. An absolute monster. Bench wise, run it up. Look, Reeves could have been my 9. I like Ronnie Reeves. I think he's an absolute player, such a strong 9. But yeah, he just misses out because of Zion's goals. Obviously, Demi the Godwin lad. Again, Godwin could have had about 5 or 6 in this team. To be fair, having just 4 or 5, I think it's 4, is probably don't do them the justice they deserve. I'll put Lewis Beebe in there because I actually think he's a decent player and he's done well going into Saltdean. Done well under the manager there, and then Tommy Tierney because I think he's a leader. He's the captain down at Infinity, right?
Yeah, he's definitely one. He's definitely the talisman, as they would say.
Yeah, and I just think if he stays there, I think he's staying there for another season. I saw announced, and I think maybe he helps them drive them over the line next season and gets that promotion that they desperately are looking for.
Wicked. Right. So, how old are you, Lee?
40.
Right. So we're moving to you. Yeah, I'll upload his other one. Don't know why it didn't come through there. Right, Lee Penn. This is the guy that's supposed to have no knowledge about football compared to the polls.
Well, has he got all player names, the whole player name family playing?
No, I couldn't fit them all in, mate.
Right.
So yeah, here is my Div 1 team. I've gone with obviously Magic and goal from Arundel, and then I've got Herbert, Hack, Dow as my as my defence. But then it's the midfield, and up front is sort of my main one there, where we've got Sherwood, Danny Kingston, and Reece Taylor from Ringmer. Whenever I've seen Reece play, I've got to admit, very, very good player. I don't think he'll be at Ringmer this season. I wouldn't surprise if he goes and follows Tommy at Uckfield. And then same as Bill, you got Zion, and then I had to put in Ronnie Reeves and Godwin up front, Mark Souza. So that is my team. And then, to be fair, the bench, I've put Bacco as my sub goalie. Oh, Stefanos, you've gone right over my team there, mate. Couple of Godwin players. and then a couple of saltine. So, chaps, that is my Div 1 team.
I don't think that's a bad team, to be fair. Looking
That's
at
right.
that.
That's right. Done all right,
Right.
mate. Done all right.
Right.
Good
Get
team.
on to mine then. Get on to mine. Now, look, as I said, there's going to be a lot of people that ain't happy.
I just hope my Prem team ain't got player name everywhere.
Right. So I'm going to go through my team. We've got, obviously, we start there with Bacco, Worthing United. He only conceded 37 goals in 34 games. Reached the RUR Cup final, playoff semi. You know, he's a keeper behind one of the most balanced teams in Div 1, I felt. I don't think we hear his name enough at this level. Right back, I've gone for Mendel at Billingshurst. You know, they scored goals for fun. They went up against all odds. He brings a bit of attack to his game. He scored a few as well. Okay. I think he earns his place. Then again, it seems a bit of a continuation of what everyone said. Creeley in the back for Godham in town. Champions, best defensive record, 30 goals conceded in 34 games. Basically the foundation of a title-winning side. You know, they won 20, drew 10, only lost 4. And that doesn't really happen unless you've got reliable centre-backs. His partner in crime, Parrott, same defence, same title, same record. For me, the best defensive partnership in the league. I think they could easily step up again in there. Left back, guy I know well. Me and Lee were actually at non-league finals day with him as well. Steve Herbert.
On the train, on the way up.
Yeah, he got players player, supporters player. He's been at the same club. He was part of the he's part of the furniture down there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And when your teammates vote for you as players player, you've got to be doing something right. Disappointingly, Arundel tailed off towards the end, but I think his individual performance was hard to ignore in there. It's moving on to midfield. Now, one guy I think you all missed out on. That's Will Street, Reigate Priory. 17 goals from centre midfield. Reigate went from 8th in January to 2nd in April. 11 wins and a draw in 12 games. Best goal difference in the league. Street was right up there with that surge. You know, 17 goals from midfield is not normal. And yes, I do sponsor him, but I was told about him by Coach Wyatt, Dale Wyatt, before the thing. Told me that's the boy to get on. I believe his brother plays league football as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Next
Well,
up,
it'd be hard to keep hold of him if he's banging that many goals at step 6, by the way.
100%. You know, and look, they've had some changes. Aaron Fields left. He's moved on. You know, when I was out in Cape Verde, he buzzed me in. Him and the boys were out on the piss. So, yeah, that was quite funny. Next up, we've got Tom Tierney, Infinity. Infinity obviously reached the playoffs. You know, didn't get promotion. I know they were gutted about that. But he brings a little bit of bite, a bit of dog to the team. You know, he's the world's worst loser, which is a characteristic I love. And that apparently he trains as well as he plays as well. And he had to be in my team. Then I bring in Dean Sherwood from Worthing United. Surprised a few of you boys didn't have him. You know, I don't think did, but and he's already been mentioned in the comments. For me, scored goal of the season as well. The one he scored from the halfway line.
Yeah.
RUR Cup final, playoff semi-final, second best defensive record in the league. He is the puppet master of the team. He'll drop in and he'll create and he'll pop up. He's brilliant at set pieces as well. You know, I know he's got a lot of mates down at Worthing United, and that will count for something. But he'll be, you know, he could easily be looked at other clubs. Then one lad that I think is one of the best players in the league by far. You know, young Danny Kingston.
Great player.
Absolutely magic on the ball. Local lad. I know his family well as well. I think he could play a lot higher. Devastating from a free kick. Can beat a player. He's in with me all the time. can't not have Zion McLeod in the team. He's the Golden Boot winner, 25 goals from a side that finished 12th.
Yeah.
And don't forget, he didn't even finish the season with them because he went to YM.
That's correct. He did go to YM. And I think he had a couple of games as well at Sheppey as well back in there. He scored almost half of East Preston's goals. You know, that's not just a striker, that's a one-man attack. Okay? Does the Golden Boot winner from 12th deserve to be in a player over someone in the Champions? Yes, I do. I think he does. You know, I think anyone would have him in the team. Reeves over at Billingshurst, he's in my team all day long. Leads lines, promotion through the playoffs, goals all season, job done. His stats speak for themselves. Some of the subs. One lad, Lucas Slaney, you know, he gets in. Had he been with a big, he was with
Wait,
Milo.
hold on. He was at Shoreham, mate.
Yeah. But he was at Milo for 80% of the games.
True.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. So
Well,
Milo,
that's why I didn't put him in, by the way.
Yeah. Milo for 80% of the games. He had a couple of injuries. Every time I've seen that lad play, he looks like he could play a step above easily, you know. I know he has links with his father at the club as well, being the chairman there. And there's a lot of loyalty. He's got his coaching. And for me, he's a great lad. And he's an asset to any team in there. Another one, Max Davies from Selsey, 22 goals. 8th place finish for Selsey. He scored nearly a third of everything that Selsey put in the net. He's a serious goal scorer. You know, we don't see enough of him because I think he's down there. We don't hear enough about Selsey, you know.
That's very true, actually.
Yeah, from the bench, he could definitely do a job for me. Someone else put BB, or a couple of you put BB in the team from Saltdean United. You know, every team this season needs someone from out there. He's a player that's performed with a club that wasn't flying. I know Low Edwards has got that team sorted, and I think we all expect bigger things from them next year. We really do. And then another one, Jacob Sewell from AFC Walcountians. 19 goals, first season in the SCFL, cup winners, 6th place. They scored 89 goals, you know, and he was a big part of that attack. So he comes off the bench for me if I need a goal. So, lads, speak to me about why my team is better than yours.
Don't think it is, but
I don't think it's better.
I don't think it is, yeah.
Because we've...
You haven't got 3 players called player name.
You ain't got the family connection.
You ain't got that togetherness, chemistry. No, when you're a football manager, you look at your team's chemistry, right? But yeah, no, he was on my list, Mark. So,
yeah, he was on mine as well.
On my bench, yeah.
Just missed out for me. Look, I think it's all subjective, right? The problem I had is I couldn't pick a player I haven't seen play this year. I'm not seen Walcountians play, so I couldn't put anyone into that team, right?
I'll tell you, they're a serious side when they get going. Let's not forget,
yeah,
first
I
game
bet
of the
they
season,
are.
they turned over Arundel 5-0 at home.
I think, you know what? I think next year is going to be fun. Like, I'm gutted in a way that I'm not going to be able to watch as many games because I'm going to be tied home and away with Hastings and be at all the 18s and 23s games, right? So it's going to be really tough for me to get in and around places, but I'm going to try to still, because ultimately we still got to unearth talent and keep ourselves ahead of the curve on players coming through. But I think step 6 is going to be really interesting next year. Really interesting. Obviously, we don't.
I think there's gems out there, mate.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't cover any lower than that with step 6 up this podcast because otherwise we wouldn't have the time in the world. But I think step 6 will be a really, really interesting league next year.
And just quickly, who do we think now? If we've seen some of the signings, some of the retains, you know, nobody can really sign someone till the 1st of July or something like that, is it?
Yeah.
Anyone sticking out at the moment in there?
No, look, based on what I think, I still think Saltdean are going to do the business this year. I just think they have to. That new facility, they've got to do the business.
Agree with that.
But then saying that, Marlowe, fucking hell, you sign a player like Chief. Do you know what I mean? You got yourself like a big name, and it will drag other players there. You know, so
Another thing,
I think it's too early. Look, it's too early.
You can't call it yet.
I'm intrigued about the Shoreham situation. Like, I don't think we should jump into that too much, but I'm really intrigued. Really intrigued. I'm
I
really
hear
intrigued.
Infinity are about to announce a few eyebrow raisers.
I bet they are. But then again, this goes to like.
I've had that on good terms from the top tier.
All right, but on that note, it goes to the point when how much are you spending? Do you need to like? I don't know. It's intriguing. I find it very intriguing.
One, I know that club have got.
They want to go up the leagues, don't they? They don't want to be a step 6, step 5 club. They want to get into the Ishman leagues, right?
Yeah.
And fair play to them. They've got to sort that fucking ground out because it's, in my opinion, like they might have made the change rooms a bit better, but it's atrocious.
Well, I reckon they might have potentially different ideas about that ground.
Really? Good for them.
Maybe.
Like, I've got all the time in the world for clubs wanting to push up the leagues, all the time in the world, right? Just do it sustainably. Don't go boom and bust. But I think there's going to, like, based on some of the, like, I didn't say that Billingsworth got paid nothing, didn't they? Pretty much. So, like, well, I'll say paying nothing, but you know what I mean? Not as much as everyone else. And then Reigate finished second, literally by players paying subs. So it's not always, money don't always talk. And we find that even higher up the leagues. There's clubs in our level, step 4, that have got $8 grand, $9 grand a week budgets and still flopping. So,
yeah.
Disgusting. Well, lads, there was a lot of players that come down there. One thing I think we did get from that was a lot of those teams have got them in spines down there.
Yep.
You know, key defensively. And I think that's right, you know, because they went up, they were so tough to beat, and they did the job. We thought, has their bottle gone? Has they lost it? You know, we all questioned it. Remember when Mo rang in?
Mo came on and
put
us straight.
I love that. And we encourage more people to do that. So
I backed Mo. Let's put it on record. I backed Mo. And also, I don't think I've talked about this yet. Who got all their predictions right?
Well, before we go on to the next one, let's talk about that then, yeah, right? Because William, when we caught up with you last time, you were romancing a lady in there. We were, you didn't have too much time. You had a pre-arranged visit.
Didn't have no time. But
however,
I still made time for you lot.
You did. However, you did get Billingshurst right. Which, to be fair, didn't even look like they'd get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
You did get Peacehaven right.
He did, yeah.
I did.
To be fair, I'd like to shout out someone from Seaford FC, the manager, Darts. I had a drunken conversation with him whilst I was out in Cape Verde. I heard all the Guernsey stuff, and he said, "Yeah, do it, drop it." And I dropped that thing, and I was in for pelters. So shout out to Peacehaven for saving me that day. Okay.
Thank God they did.
Yeah, good job. Well, I was prepared. I put my money on the line. Do you want to quickly address that one before we move on to the Premier? Because you know what starts, Bill.
I have a lot of time for Jay Lovett. A lot of time for him. I think he's
great guy.
I think he'd be successful what he does. Success isn't determined just by how good a manager is at that football club. Someone wrote something. Bill, come on, mate. That face says you've got something to say about Dave. What Dave does that mean?
That's Dave Baker.
Right. Dave Baker. Oh, yeah. Oh, based on what you guys talked about. But going back to Whitehawk, right? I look at it like this. There's a lot of factors there. There's a lot of kind of football interference. So it's whether Jay can be strong enough to deal with that. Hopefully Sean is the buffer on that, and it helps. But yeah, a lot of players have walked out the door. Great, Stu. Cheers, mate. Brilliant. I think it's going to be a tough job. I think they're in for a relegation struggle.
Do you?
Yeah, and that's not on Jay. by the way. I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rebuild. Like it's going to, and a rebuild in step 3 is tough. Tough. But
I'm delighted
hope
to see him back in the game.
I so hope he proves me wrong, because he's the nicest bloke in football, and I really enjoy every conversation. Every conversation I've had with Jay Lovett, I've enjoyed every conversation.
Yeah,
always supported the shows that we do.
Yeah,
he's always supported when I've done my filming at Burgess Hill. He's always stopped and had a chat with me before and everything as well, and shown support.
Yeah, it's good that Charlie Lambert's a very good player. So it's great that he's staying.
That was that Jay Lovett rumor was leaked a couple of days before, probably before even. So
just before we go on to the Prem teams, shall we just remind people that next Sunday is the live show, the 3-hour extravaganza.
2 hours, isn't it?
No, we're doing 7 till 10. Mate.
Fucking, I can't.
I've got a bed set up.
We're going to talk about, boys. Why are we doing this?
It's going to be great, mate. We're
doing
taking questions from the crowd
because the tickets sold out in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
To see the Project Wood, Goalie Mon, In Bed by 10 Pen, and me talk shit to an live audience at Shoreham FC. Thank you.
All I'm going to say is, boys, I don't drink, right? But no, listen, I've got myself a driver.
So does that
I'm
mean
drinking.
Are you going to be?
All I'm saying is, get ready for some fire. It's going to be big.
That's it. And for people that don't know, that this live show is, we're going to film it as usual, like we have here, but it'll be filmed from Shoreham FC. We'll be taking questions from the audience and some good questions, obviously, from the comments.
Are we going live?
Yes,
Yeah. Be live as well.
Live. Oh,
yeah.
Get the pumpkin ready, because I am. Guns coming out, sniper rifle, the lot.
And
pick people
I hear you've got a few scores to settle, William.
Maybe we'll see.
To be fair though, me and Mike have got a very busy week next week coming up.
Yes.
Well, we ain't going to plan the show then. It's just going to be completely random. What we should do? Let's just do this. Let's just do what we do on the pod. Let's go out there, sit out there and go, lads, what are we going to do tonight? Right. We'll do this. Right. We're going to go on in 3 minutes. Yeah. Let's do it. Go. Let's do it.
Boom. There we go.
We're actually, we've got three things in 3 days. Well, 4 things.
4.
So
I've got a really busy week actually. Liam C's playing Portsmouth on Thursday.
Mate, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. He's great, Liam C. Anyone that doesn't watch it, check out Liam C. On
sold out, mate. But if you want a ticket, give me a shout.
You know, you've always got the tickets for us, Bill. Call out the hotline. But yeah, on Saturday, strangely, we've been invited to the SCFL dinner.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, we have.
Yes, we have.
That's the most enjoyable. That will be the most.
We are going to be there Saturday night.
Yeah, we will be there. Yeah, shout out to Peacehaven Vets.
I think I got the Ishman League one that night. Actually, Saturday.
We will be there. So we'll be there to see some friends and foes. I'm looking forward to that. I'll be there in the old suit and tie, and Leroy. And then the next day, the Sunday, we have the live show. So I will be on my best behaviour at the awards, obviously, of course. Won't be letting anyone down. And then Monday, me and Lee are going to be hosting the Lancing Fans Communication Forum.
Yeah.
Which will be there. Mr. Gander has asked, and we've obviously been honoured to take that on. Lancing want to build communication between the fans and the supporters and the club. It's going to be I'm going to be on the mic, and Lee's there as well, and it will be a no holds barred question.
Lee's selling raffle tickets, I heard.
Mate, you wait to see what I'm selling.
Money.
Your body.
You didn't, did you?
Well, I didn't put myself in a team. No, I thought I was shit this season, to be honest.
No, fair, all right, then, mate.
He
I had
weren't
a
League
phone
One,
call
though, was
from
he?
someone. I had a phone call from someone who was trying to get in my team, by the way.
Did you? Someone
Yes,
was
I
ringing
did.
you.
Don't disclose our conversation, Bill.
Wait,
And
it was
then,
a wait, I'm
and
gonna
then-
put it out there. It was a goalkeeper.
Oh, okay.
And then Wednesday, we are we're honoured for the first England game, England versus Croatia. We will, me and him bed by 10 pen. He might have to start up a bit later. We are going to be out supporting with at Box Park for the England game. You know, where they chuck the beers up in the air and that with Robbie Lyle from Arsenal TV.
Right.
Oh, for
I'm not being
YouTube?
funny. Yeah. Why not? Why am I not invited to any of this?
Because
Because,
I've already been told to tone it down a little bit
Yeah.
because
Right.
you're now director of football at Hastings. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, this is some of the reasons why clubs looked here and thought we want to take Bill on. Shut his mouth. Yeah.
True. Very true.
And by having you there and me and him, that would have been complete carnage.
Oh,
So,
100%.
Wednesday,
busy.
yes, we will be with Robbie Lyle at Box Park watching England's first game of the World Cup.
And
All
I
I'm
will
saying is, I'm going to be
out
honest.
of-
World Cup, I'll be washing my hair, what I've got left of it, every time England are playing. I couldn't give a flying fuck about the World Cup.
I was disappointed with last night. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a bit, Alan, afterwards, mate. We can do our things.
Should we get
Right.
on with it?
Let's get his prems.
Right, and Cam, look, you've got to win the group, mate. Come on, lads. I'm not having that.
Yeah, you got to win the group.
Be obsessed with ambition, Cam. Come on.
I'm not having that. Look, the same thing happens every 4 years, doesn't it? We get to the semis, we get to the quarters, everyone's like beers in the air, there's flags out, songs in the street and that. And guess what happens? We get let down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's happened to me since 1990. I can remember Gaza. I remember Waddle sticking that one over the bar. Do you remember that? It's
No.
piercing.
It's one of my first. Do you know what? It's weirdly one of my first memories of life.
Yeah. I was 8, mate. Italian 90.
4.
We didn't make it in 94 because the
I
old
remember that.
was in charge.
I was supporting
My
Ireland.
earliest England memory is the Brazil World Cup in 2014. So
Oh,
Was
God.
that when Ronaldinho lobbed?
Yeah, Seaman.
No, that wasn't.
no, that was
Was
way
it not?
before.
That was
No,
way
Brazil-
Oh, that was
I was
2002, wasn't it?
Brazil
Yeah.
14 was when like Germany beat Brazil 7-1 and we got knocked in the group
That's
stage.
it. Yeah.
I forget the lads
2002 is
only
when
like 20 odd.
Ronaldinho did that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember crying,
T-
mate.
2002,
Crying in the
yeah.
morning. I was crying. It was like 10 a.m., like
Yes.
9 a.m., 10 a.m. in the morning. And I rushed my paper around to get back for it. Yeah. And I cried my eyes out, mate, after that game.
Monty, you wouldn't know what a paper round's like, mate. This is something that common people do.
Yeah.
To earn
that's
like
what- yeah,
£5 a
yeah.
week when we're young.
We're the ones who deliver it into your little thing that you got, you know.
Not even got a response to that.
That was
Oh.
that was my driver for yesterday.
Yeah, we won't go into it, Dino, will we? 'Cause I'll put you straight on a few things last time on Twitter.
Right. Let's move on then. SCFL Prem. Now I'm hoping yours will come up, Bill, as well. Don't know why you know, mate. What's that? Montgomery.
He's gone
Your
4-4 fucking 2.
SCFL Prem team of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me.
Well, I thought I'd switch it up in information wise because you just have to have Murray and Bridgman in there. I mean, they've got 56 goals between them, don't you? They've if you combine their 2 goals in the league this season, they've scored more than Shoreham, Lancing, Barndinians, Little Common, Midhurst, and Wick. So, I mean, yeah, you had to have 2 up front for me. So that's why I had to change the formation. But starting from the back, Mitch Bromwich with team name. I mean, he's had a really good season. With
Good
Stenton.
team.
Good tea.
They've obviously won the league, did the double, and for me, he was the best goalkeeper in the league last season. So, by a clear distance, so he had to go in. Billy Fuller at left back, Hayward Heath, player who I played against a number of times. not just this season but last, and he always causes trouble getting forwards from left back. Not too defensive, which is a change obviously from my Div 1 team. Centre halves, Tad, Mitch's brother, in there. Again, a real danger man from set pieces. I can remember when he was playing for Broadbush Heath and he was their top scorer in their first season in Set 4, and he's carried that into the county leagues. I mean, third best defence in the league. Again, really good. Gids at YM had a great season as well, captaining them to their highest finish in whatever it was, 8-9 years. So
Yeah.
really, really impressive season from him. Again, when we played against him, always found it tough. Mr. LaGranger, right back player who I've played with more times than anyone else in my career. He won our player of the season, I think. He won a player of the season. I think it was coach's player of the season, but he again, great season. Causes lots of issues at left back. Doesn't score, never scores, never assists, but he's always your solid 7 or 8 out of 10 every single week. And you just need that stability in a team. Midfield, Noel Fisher, he pretty much picks himself with his performances this season. Unbelievable player, probably the best player in the league. Midfield duo, the Stenning pair, Finn Yeomans and Ryan Worrell. I mean, again, best team in the league, best midfield in the league. We played against them. We've got a decent midfield, and they just ran rings around us. So pretty easy inclusion. Connor on the right there. I mean, he's pretty much, again, self-explanatory. He's a brilliant player, causes all the issues, and scored the goal to send them to the playoff final before Cal Edwards did the job with Cal on my bench, along with James Broadbent, Mark Goldson, Lee Robinson, and Dion Jarvis.
Well, what can we say, lads? I think that's a very strong team.
It's a very, very strong team. I mean, I maybe would have had Dion in starting, but
Who would you start him over? That's the question.
yeah, good point. Good point. But it's a very good strike. 2 very good strikers to have coming off your bench at half time.
Yeah. And I mean, when you look at it, you got another top goalkeeper in Broadbent. You got Jarvis, Robinson, and Goldson all coming off the bench. Cal Edwards as well. I mean, it's so stacked.
Yeah.
And defensively, we got 2 more attacking. Billy Fuller will attack more. Jake will generally tuck in, so you can make that back 3, and you can then overload the midfield, which is what a team with Murray and Bridgman up top would do, and that would cause hell for defences in the county leagues.
Interesting, you've gone for the 4-4-2 though, Mon.
Well, you had to change it up, didn't you? I had to get Murray and Bridgman in. Had to have that as a strike duo. I mean, 56 goals combined in the league this season. It's just unbelievable. So I just had to switch to a 2 up front.
Fair one. Bill?
Good team. I think it's a good team. I think there's a lot of valid points across it. I think it's all backed up with stats and opinions. Obviously, 4-4-2, like probably playing players a little bit out of position to get them in. In my team, I've done the same. But yeah, there's not much to argue on that. I think I've only got 4 same starters though, which I'm surprised about because we were very similar on Div 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some really good shouts in there.
Right, let's move on to yours, Billy. This one's a
Go
little
on. I hope it's right, mate. Is it right? Let's have a look. Yes, it's right. Okay, right.
Right,
So,
Bill, explain your SCFL Premier Team of the season.
so I've gone for the goalkeepers conceded least goals. Simple as. Hayward's 39 goals, correct?
Eastbourne 37, mate.
Oh, okay, right. Well, yeah, but their keeper changed halfway through the season. So I'm going to go with him. I think Nathan obviously is solid. I think he gives confidence to players in front of him. I feel he probably feels really unfortunate to be part of a team that didn't make it. Not just through the playoffs, but winning the league. especially with some of those players in their team. And that's why I have got a couple, rather than kind of looking at Hayward's Heath and going, well, did they bottle it? Their players don't deserve to be in this team. I just can't agree with that. So that's why I brought him in. The same with, if you look at my back line, it's probably not the quickest overall. You know, playing Connor Wilford at right back. You know, as centre half, he normally plays for Lingfield. Club captain, takes set pieces like you wouldn't believe. He's in my side because I just think he adds an absolute dimension to the team. Whether he plays at right back for me or he plays centre back like normal, I think having him on the pitch, just his voice, his delivery, and just what he does, I think he's had a good season in a really struggling team.
I've heard there's some talk about him as well.
I mean, he's a great player. He's a great player.
I'll just look at it like, you know, like it's so easy for us to, and if you look at all of our teams, they're probably going to be front loaded with Stenning, Peacehaven players, right? But I've tried to mix it up a little bit, and I've watched him play a couple of times this year, 2-3 times live, and I just think seeing him across the season is probably been the real kind of linchpin there to make sure Lingfield didn't end up getting relegated. Carl Sim, I think he's a fantastic player. Like fantastic.
He actually come out with 8 assists as well. He's got a fuck off throw, hasn't he?
Oh, the long throw he's got is unbelievable.
Yeah, but we're going with Kyle. I just think he's solid as they come, and I think he again another player who'd be kind of gutted that they didn't get over the line. Horsham Wyham's captain. I saw him play against Eastbourne Borough as well as other games this season. It's Gideon, isn't it? And he's just a leader.
Great guy, Gids.
Yeah,
no height. Don't have any height really, and I normally like my back four to be big and tall, but yeah, he's got so much heart, and he was the heartbeat of that side, and I think genuinely, he's one of those that obviously they've kept, but if they didn't keep him, I would have really doubted Horsham having another go, regardless of other players that they kept. Ross Bartley at left back, shoehorned him in. I think again, I've gone for players that have had a solid season, not just one-off games or just their stats, because that's sometimes just lie. And also, when you're looking at a back four, you can't always just look at. You can't. There's not many stats, like you won't get many assists, stats or goals or whatever you like. If you looked at that, you could look at where's like Harry Schumann played this year. Has he played left back, left wing as a striker? You would try and shoehorn him in at left back because that's where he can play, right? Probably his best position. But I've gone with that as my back four. Midfield 3, Charlie Ball, 24 games, 19 goals for Eastbourne United. Right, that's some stat. And it's not the only season he's done it. He's done this 2 years in a row now. He had a little stint at Hastings in between. It didn't work out for him. He didn't play. Went back to Eastbourne United and has been playing and scoring goals. And is a great 8 or 10 for sure. In any team. Ryan Worrell, I think that was the master stroke signing for Stenning. Like, I genuinely believe that was the master stroke, and that was, you know, Stenning supporters can tell me differently, but having the Ryan Worrell in your dressing room and having him on your pitch gives you an extra 10% that they didn't have before he turned up. And I would credit that to the driving force to them getting over the line and winning the league. And I'll argue for comments on that one for sure, because Ryan Worrell is a superb player, and to retain him is the biggest piece of business that they'll do this summer. Ty at Peacehaven, I think it speaks for itself, right? He's had a fantastic season, hasn't he? And he'd probably be in all 4 teams, I would imagine. I can't see him not being. I'd be shocked if he ain't. And yeah, we'll see what happens with him this season. I think he's one that potentially could move on, but does he want to move on? Probably not. Going into the front 3, Co Edwards, I think, has been fantastic. Noel Fisher, I'm glad that I'm sure we'll all it'd be a travesty. There's a couple of players that you see get retained by teams, right? And this isn't a knock on that team, but retained at certain levels when they should be going higher. If Noel Fisher does not play higher this year, it's an absolute travesty.
Well, I do know that his manager thinks the absolute same about that, and
Yeah, I know he does. I know he does.
and will push for him to go higher. Do you know
And
what I
he
mean?
has to, and he won't be short of offers. And the boy's got to go and test himself now. You know, it's all right being a big fish in a small pond. Now go and see if you can do it at step 4. See if you can do it at step 3, or even higher. You never know. You might get a bigger club, but it's a lot different doing it at step 5 than it is any league above. So he needs to go now, and he needs to push on, in my opinion. And Stan the man, right? The fridge, as they call him. Who wouldn't want? Who wouldn't want a big, strong lump who scores loads and loads of goals?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? Do you know what I mean? He's not.
Well, he's golden boot.
Pleasing, is he? He's not one you look at and go, "Cool." Do you know what? I want him as my page 3 model of the team. You know, he's not that guy. But do you know what he is? He's a goal scorer, and what a season he's had.
And his brother played for Malta under-21s last night as well.
Yeah, I'm all about Stan the man, mate. All about Stan the man. So, yeah, and in my bench, I've gone for Dan Hull at Eastbourne United, not James Hull. Dan Hull, the centre half. Good left-footed centre halves are like rocking all shit, and he's one of them. But he just needs to he needs to just go again and play another 35, 40 games for them. And I know Eastbourne United will be trying to go up this year, so I can imagine he'll stick and do that. Tiano Wilson has just got to move to Eastbourne Borough, step 3. Like, the speed of him is unbelievable. I'm sure you played against him this year. Monty, did you play against him, Tiano Wilson?
Yeah, he murdered us. I mean,
Yeah.
Jack Monday came on against him.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Challenge at the knee, should have been sent off comfortably, simply because he murdered us. I mean, they beat us 5-0 that day, so
Yeah.
they killed
He's
us.
rapid, and it'd be a big loss for them, but at the same time, what an opportunity to go and play at step 3 for the lad. That's the sort of thing I see with Noel Fisher. Do you know what I mean? Like, if Tiano Wilson can go and make a move, Noel Fisher needs to go and make a move. Jarvis arguably could have been in that front line, arguably, right? The goals he scored, the importance he was to Stenning's season, it cannot be denied. But I went with Bridgman. I just don't know. Maybe I just like big lads like him. Ryan Moye, I've done fantastic for Bexhill last season. I believe 20 goals and assists or whatever, maybe more. After check their tweet when they announced retaining him. I'm shocked that Ryan himself hasn't pushed himself to go the next level now, but he's staying at step 5. But he's had a great season. He's a really good season for them, and without a doubt, he'll have another great season, I'm sure, at that level. Well, I hope so. Anyway, I hope so. And then I've gone for 40 years of age, Sammy Adams. And the reason I've gone for Sammy is I've seen probably about 8 or 9 little common games this year, and whilst he's no spring chicken, there's a reason why I genuinely believe Little Common didn't get relegated, and it's because of players like him and Lewis Unwin in their midfield, just ticking things over. Sammy just keeps everyone honest. His organisation is second to none, and at 40, he still wants to get up and down the pitch. He still wants to use his engine, right? And yeah, it's just commendable. I don't know if you remember seeing Mike in the final against Benin. He just bossed that midfield first half. He kept.
I didn't realise he was 40.
Yeah, 40 years of age, mate. He
looked like a fine wine then, mate. A fine wine.
Yeah, he just does what he does on the tin, and he kept a man who made my midfield 3, Ryan Worrell, quiet first half. Now the legs went a little common a bit second half, and that showed, because they had an aging squad last year. But Sammy played a vital part in keeping him up last season for sure.
Well, lads, what do we think? I thought that was very detailed explanation of a team.
Very good team.
couple. I'm looking at that in your team, and I'm thinking I should have put them in mine.
I try to. It's really hard, lads, because I try to go with not with what's been said or we've heard every week on here by comments, but also by what I've actually laid my eyes on. Now, Monty has the best advantage of all us. He played against most of these players all season. Like he played against everyone. Now, there's players that I haven't seen or also not seen enough of that didn't make it, and that is basically they're pretty good enough to get in my side without a doubt. But I look at that side and I go, don't think you can argue. Maybe Sammy could be replaced by someone, but seeing 8 or 9 little common games, I've got to put in someone who I think makes a huge difference to a team. I think if you take him out of that side, like last season's side, obviously they're going to have a rebuild this summer, but you take him out of that side, and I think they lose more games. And I think for me, that's a factor of a player who's had a good enough player season to be in a team this season, whether they've affected at the bottom half of the table, like a Conor Lingfield or like a Sammy Adams, or if they affected at the top end winning trophies. I think it's about if you take that lad out of that team, how much does it affect that team? So every one of my players in that team, I think if you took it out, they affect the team massively. Like Barkley at Peacehaven, I think affects. He might not be the flashiest of players, but he would affect it. Him out affects it, right? Cal Edwards would affect it. Stan, luckily they had a rotation of good attacking options, but there's a reason he gets all those goals. So you take him away from them, they lose X amount of goals a season. It's going to affect what happened at Stelling last year. You know, Nathan goal for Haywards Heath. Well, if you put Stefanos Akras in goal for Haywards Heath, they might have conceded more goals, right? So, you know, you have to look at it like that. Same with Carl Sims, same with Gideon. Like, without Gideon's heart, does Horsham do what they do? Like, I looked at it like, not as they've scored 500 goals and they've had 600 assists and this person's had this amount of clean sheets. It was like, if you take them away, does it affect the side?
I like that. I think it looks a pretty strong side you've got there. Right. Pen. Put your superstars on.
Okay, here we go. So, starting in goal, I've got...
Whoa. Connor weren't that good. He didn't fucking deserve to be in it twice.
So...
Do it again. Put it up.
Fucking hell, Connor's in it fucking right mid and fucking...
Have you put in it twice?
Fucking right mid and striker. What the fuck's going on here?
Don't worry, let me sort it, people. Right. So...
You put him in twice.
Let's talk to the person that entered it, yeah? Right.
Jesus Christ, Pen.
So, starting in my defence, I've gone with goalkeeper Sam Freeman that came in for Horsham YM towards the end of the season. I think he played the last 10, 15 games for him.
Yeah, 11, yeah.
Absolute beast of a goalie and commanded that defence to where they finished. And then I've got defence-wise, I think he's been in pretty our team so far. Carl Sim, Billy Fuller, Dave Merris of Guernsey, and then Max Bouncal, who, when you saw him come on for Stenning, or when he started for Stenning, he was always loud, always controlling the ball, controlling the game when he came on. So defence-wise, had to put him in. Right, midfield. Let's sort this. It is Noel Fisher. You got to have Noel in there for, like we said, what he did for Horsham this season. Some of the goals that he scored, taking it around 5 or 6 players and then banging it in the net. As Billy said, Ryan Worrell for Stenning, absolute masterclass some of the games, and got to agree with Bill that I would say that the games he played in did win the league for Stenning.
Rolls Royce, mate, an absolute Rolls Royce.
Yeah, and then we haven't got Connor twice. We've got Callum Edmonds
Edwards.
Edwards, sorry.
This
Uh,
fucking
and Alex. Alex. Right, we're putting it. Who put these teams in a minute, shall we? And Alex Plummer of Stenning as well. I think quite a strong midfield there. And then up front, which no one really did, Dion Jarvis and Ty up front for the goals that they scored last season. If you didn't put them both in, then I think you're crazy. Sub-wise...
Down the man Bridgman.
Have you not put the league's top goal
fucking
scorer
hell,
even
Lee.
in your
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
squad?
Right, hang on a minute. It's about... Hang on. It's about fucking opinions, isn't it?
Yeah, there's
I didn't
opinions
chime-
and
hey,
there's fucking
hey,
like stupid.
Hang on. I didn't chime in when you lot were talking.
Yeah, because I was
So-
sensible.
Let me finish my fucking team and we'll get to it, yeah? Right. And then subs, we've got Monty, Shane Matthews, Leon Fisher,
The fact that I'm in this team blows
Jack
my mind.
Barnes, and Lee Robinson. I'd just put Monty in or he'd feel left out otherwise.
How the fuck am I in a team? Jesus Christ.
So,
I got
yeah,
dropped this
Mod,
season.
you're on the bench. You'd never come on.
Fucking, I shouldn't be anywhere fucking near the team.
Right. There we go. My team. You lot fucking talk about it.
Mate, I'm sorry, that's a fucking shambles.
How is that a shambles?
Mate,
What, because I didn't put
you should
Bridgman in.
You've put
Stand
fucking
a
no
man.
Bridgman. You've got
Right.
me on the bench. You've got two Connor Ties.
Right, let's just-
right back.
Right, hang on.
Blanco.
Don't
Everyone
blame me.
shut up for a minute.
Don't blame me before you
Right.
come in. I said check these, check your team. And what
Right,
did you
put the
say?
team
Yes
back
or
up
no?
a sec. Put the team back up. I want to see
Put
it
the team
again.
up. I'm going to say, sorry, talk about what you fucking want.
Right, okay, right.
This is
Put the team up.
terrible.
Right. It's Sam Freeman. I get what I get, but he ain't playing up. Like, does he really deserve it? Like, against you got fucking Stenning's keeper. You got Hayward's Heath's keeper. You've got Peacehaven's keeper. Like Broady. Has anyone like brought up Broady? Like James Broadbent at all? Like he was very close to being in my team, right? I can't believe Stan the Man's not in there. I can't believe
Comments
it.
that mad online as well. You're a legend.
Right, and also, you're out of order. You're out. Purge Arouge, you're out of order. I don't know. Like I look at it and I go, I get your point, but I would have probably, like the one I don't agree. Like the bench, I think could have been better.
Take me out of it.
He's gone.
What?
He's gone.
No.
He's gone.
Oh no, you lost him.
I mean, to be fair, it's not terrible. I'd have just changed about half of his team. So, I mean,
Lee, come back.
fucking hell.
He's gone.
There's a reason people voted him the least fucking knowledge about football, though, isn't it?
Do you know what? I'll be honest. I think this is what happened when when he went for that job. He went for it in COVID time. He had an interview like this, and it went wrong, and he just left. That's what I heard.
No. I did that as well.
I didn't.
I had a goalie on my bench. Goalies Union.
So we've lost Lee. So he's not in bed by. He's definitely going to be in bed by 10 tonight because he left early. Yeah.
Live shows in doubt. Box parks in doubt. Lee,
Well, you
come
might
back.
have to bring me along. I might have to come
Lee
along.
Penn leaves his own podcast. Breaking news.
All right. Moving on. Your team. Come on.
If anyone wants to apply to be the new host of IBB10, email Mike. Fuck it now.
You have to the whole lineup's going to have to be changed soon. Right, go on, Mike.
Right. Well, I did bring the team of the season, lads. You know, and let me take you through it. Right. I also went with Strumberger, Hayward Heath. You know, he was key behind their 17-game unbeaten run.
Yeah.
He was keeper behind 29 wins. conceded 39 goals in 38 games. You know, only Eastbourne were better in that with 2 fewer. But for me, he was cool, calm, collected. I don't think he put much of a foot wrong. Now, right back. I've got my Glencoe from Stenning.
What about Blencoe?
Yeah, he got a couple of goals. He was in the double winning season. You know, he's I think he's a serious player. I really
I can't believe
do.
Lee's gone. Sorry, can we just stop a second and take? I can't believe he's left. Can you believe it?
Lee's gone. He's had enough. He's he didn't take that well.
They're serious. He might not be there. On that, Steph, you're right, because Kyle Holden was in my initial 16, but I put Sammy in instead.
Let's go back to mine. Right, so listen. Okay, right. So centre back, I went with Carl Sim. You know, he right in front of Snoonberg. He also got, I mentioned it earlier. Someone message Lee, please. He got eight assists as well. He didn't play all the games as well, and he's built like a beast. For me, he goes in. But he also partners Bromwich, Stelling Town, one of the best defensive records out there. They won the double. He was a key part. You know, I think apparently even he'll turn up to the awards night carrying a knock as well. So that tells them that he's a proper centre back. I know they think a lot of him. Left back, Billy Fuller. Again, I would say
Great shout.
Yeah. Key part of their run. Obviously, didn't get it quite over the line. And he can also play across the back line as well. He gives you a bit of versatility in there. He's in. He's in for me. Now, moving on to the midfield. Someone that didn't get too mentioned, Mark, which I think is one of the best players in the league. And that's Finn Yeomans as well, from Stenning. He won Players Player of the Year, Supporters Player of the Year. He was a double winner. You know, he scored a lovely volley as well. And he does some key things in that season. A couple of big clearances off the line as well. I think he's one of the most underrated players in that division. I really do. I think he's absolutely flawless, that lad. For me in the cam, again, I think everyone's had him in his team, haven't they? Noel Fisher.
Yeah.
You know,
with every team.
You know, there's enough said about him. Other than that, what he does, he should be playing higher. He's playing at YM because he's playing for the manager, and obviously his brother's there as well. I know the two twins, great guys, and really level-headed lads. So you know, hopefully he can go on to better things. And Golston as well, Mahame Safe. You know, 22 goals from midfield, lads. Didn't get a mention. Didn't get a sniff.
He played a striker when he played against us. So I was
okay.
sticking him in as a striker.
So, look at my attack is front loaded. I am. It'd be a case. What's that? What are you doing? It'd be a case.
Have a look. Put it up on the screen quickly.
Hang on. Let me put it. Let me say it. What's this said?
Has anyone seen it?
Lee, come back. Come back,
Lee.
Right, so there you have got goals. Yeah, 22 goals from midfield. He scored the IUR Cup final. You know, he puts it about. You're right, Monty. He can play a 10, he can play a midfield, he can play in the hole. For me, he goes in, and he has to go in. Then I've got a devastating front three. I've got Konatai. He's been mentioned all over the thing. He's done the bit. They did the bit when they went over to Guernsey. Scored in that playoff game. For what I also think, lads, was the performance of the season from one team. Oh, hang on.
What?
What I also think. Lee, are you back, mate?
He's back.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so Connor's back in there. Devastating player. You know, they can build teams around him. What he did with the boys over in Peacehaven shouldn't go unnoticed. You know, he's scored all season, and he scored when it matters when it goes. The fridge, Stan Bridgman. You know, there's no debate here for me. He's the Golden Boot winner. What he scored? Nearly 40 goals in all competitions. Champions, League and Cup double. When you score like 40 goals in a double season, your name has to be in there. You know?
All right.
So, for me, great player. I believe he's off somewhere else as well this season, which is a big loss to Stenning. And then I can't believe that you lot are worrying or not sticking Dion Jarvis straight in your team.
Yeah, it was a toughie for me. It was a toughie.
What are you smoking on?
Because I went for a front three of like Noel Fisher, Cal Edwards, and Bridgman. So I just kind of went for like what I thought the best from 3 different clubs was. I would have loved to have gone 4-4-2, but I wanted to fit Ryan Worrell, Charlie Ball, and Connor Tyne. So for me, it was a debate between Stan Bridgman and Dion Jarvis for me.
For me, Jarvis, he's got, you know, he's skipper as well. He's got the dog in him. You know, he's one of those players that you don't want to play against because he'll wind you up, he'll score a goal, and he'll fucking show it right in your face as well. I like that. I like the lad as well. I think he's a top lad. Moving on to my subs. Now, one that didn't get on there is Worrell and Warwick. The two. And Dean just mentioned Warwick, and obviously
Ryan Warwick. Yeah, he didn't get into mine either.
You know, but I had Alan from Stenning on the bench. He was manager's player as well. Proper centre back for me. He gets in nearly every team anyway. It's just so hard to pick. And for me, the next one was Jack Barnes as well. I know he had a couple of things this season. One game where he got sent off and that, but I really like him as a player. You know, had they got it over the line, he would have been sitting there in that midfield starting. I like Barnsley though. He's a big game player. He brings a winning mentality, and he could easily have started. On the bench, Gids. You've mentioned him already. A heartbeat at YM. Had his fair share of ups and downs this year as well, which has been well documented. But come through it like a Trojan. You know, proper leader, character. You know, he'd be disappointed not to get in that side there. I couldn't leave out Callum Edwards from Peacehaven. You don't score a hat trick in a playoff game against a couple of thousand people and not get in my squad. You know, he's unlucky not to be starting there. If it weren't for the fact that I had Ty, the fridge, and Jarvis in there anyway, he'd be there. You know, I think he's an absolutely excellent player. And then Plummer, a Stenning as well. Again, mine is a bit lopsided with things, but mine actually comes back with stats. You know, I do look into the stats there. It's tough because you have got the Lingfield captain out there. I like him. There's some gems down at the bottom in that league. You know, it is what it is. But that is my team, and I think mine is the strongest. I really do.
I think it's a good side there, but I also think it's a little bit lopsided, mate. If I'm honest. The only thing I think I fucked up on was not putting Fuller in at left back.
What, how safe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think mine will score multiple goals. I think mine will score 4 or 5 goals a game this team. We might concede 3 or 4. We'll be like the United back in the mid-90s. You score 3, we score 4. So, but at the end
I don't think there's a better midfielder of Ryan Worrell, Charlie Ball, and Connor Tyne.
I can't believe
if that was a step 4 midfield 3, yeah, with Connor in the 10, you're doing the business at step 4.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to put this to the the public audience there. We're going to put it there, and we'll have a little vote. And
Are you
see
going
who
to
they
update
think-
mine that says player name, player name, player name?
I'll put your rumor. I don't know why that didn't come through there. See,
Or the fact that Lee's got 2.
Was that the
columns.
mistake as well? Lee meant to write Bridgman, but it just edited it out.
No. We all need a team of corner ties. Team of corner ties. That's what we need.
So,
Love
right, out of those players there,
Yep.
is any of them featured in all the squads?
Noel Fisher.
Noel
Noel
Fisher.
Fisher?
Connor Ty?
Yeah,
Has
he was in
Connor
mine.
Side featured in all of them?
Yeah.
I think he has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think Jarvis was in all of them. He didn't start in all of them, but he was in all of them.
Cal Edwards as well on all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the 16.
Gids as well. I believe Gids was in all of them.
Quite.
Was he
He's
not
not
in?
in yours,
Oh,
eh?
enough shot. He went in pens.
Carl Sim was in a lot of them.
Yeah, he went in
Carlson,
mine though.
Yeah.
Ryan
So-
Worrell wasn't in yours, was he? Mike?
No, I mean, Worrell, I should have had him in there.
Yeah, big.
Worrell-
That's a big error. Big error.
Yeah, but mate, who am I taking out? Who am I taking? Look at that team, yeah? Right?
I would have got rid of.
Bolton because he's a striker.
Yeah,
Well, no, but he's played midfield this season.
I would have had him out of there, mate.
Yeah.
And I think, and I'm a big fan of him as a player as well. But he just,
Yeah, I like him.
yeah,
I can't believe Finn Yeomans didn't get into all the teams.
He was in mine. He killed us when we played him.
I think it might.
Murdered us completely. Had to put him in.
What about in the comments? Anyone in the comments you feel we've missed anyone?
Ryan
out?
Warwick. We all missed Ryan Warwick, and I'm,
Yeah.
but like I'm a big fan of Ryan Warwick. Right, he's played for me as well, and he was up for consideration. Yeah. Really up for. Well, yeah, but which one's Hollis on about?
Jamie, you should be happy. Half of my fucking team are yours.
But yeah, I think with Ryan Warwick, he was in and out the side, wasn't he? I looked at him. I looked at putting him in, and I looked, and he made a lot of sub appearances this year as well.
Well, that's a shout. Pull on. I mean, at the end of the day, it is about opinions. Yeah, it is about all different opinions about what we have. Yeah, you always.
No, it is, and you're gonna, and that's the funny
we're,
thing.
We're doing
about
this for a bit of banter.
Yeah, it's all about, and like football is like, think about it logically. Yeah, there's 20 teams, right? 20 teams. If let's just say every team had 20 players, just 20 players. We know a lot of them had more. 400 players to choose from. 16.
I saw a team today that had 84 players play this year.
There you go. Then it is tough.
So, look, at the end of the day, it's a bit of banter. There are thousands of people watching.
There's loads of comments, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. Look, there's already 2,500 of you watching over the platforms now.
Well, any group chats having it? What are the group chats saying? Come on.
Yeah. Who's being slated? Who got it right? Who got it wrong? Lee, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back, mate.
That was like Piers Morgan. It was genuinely like Piers Morgan at COVID.
Lee,
I'm not. Go on.
I do love it because Will said Bill's team was the best in my opinion.
Cheers, Will. Appreciate it, mate.
I think look, what manager of the season? All right, someone. Manager of the season. We'll answer that one. Someone put Monty could easily start.
No, Cam, I'm sorry, not a fucking chance. I am nowhere near that fucking team.
Right, coming in. Dan stuck out. I want all of you. I think it'd be hard not to be pretty unanimous on this.
I'll
I think
probably
for
go
me,
against.
I think
Hold on.
I'll go against the curve probably with my one. So I'll go if I'll go last because mine's going to be a curveball.
I know you're going for, mate. I know you're going for, Monty. Oh no, straight away, keeping it in house, and you know.
Well, I'll start. I'll start. Right.
Go on then.
I think there's also two honourable mentions as well.
Go on.
I do. So I think that the two other honourable mentions are you got to say Shay for getting Peacehaven up to step 4.
Yep.
Going away to Victoria Park, green marlin fishing out there, and winning 4-1 from out. You know, nowhere near. Everyone bar you wrote them off. I think you've got to mention Liam Giles for finishing the Horsham's highest one ever. I think he's probably been gutted out.
Not ever. They played the Ishmael League.
No. In the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the resources. But I find it hard for anyone to argue against Hammy. He's won the league.
Yeah.
Won the cup. They played fantastic football in there. They goals galore. I lost £200 on them. Bill, we need to sort that out, that charity thing as well.
Yeah, we
I
do.
lost that. I backed Hayward all the way. They were relentless, And look, he went out on top as a double champion. So for me, it's Hammy.
Yeah, Hammy.
And that
Agree.
when you say Hammy, I also mean his staff as well. Yeah? Okay? In there. So shout out to Jamie Hollis as well. And the rest of the lads involved there. But for me, that's it. Bill?
Right, well, I've got a curveball.
Okay.
So I was going to say Hammy because to galvanise after relegation and go and win a league straight away is something very remarkable. Yeah, not only to do that, but to do a double, unbelievable, right? So realistically, he is manager of the season. Yeah, but look at Pagham. Look at them.
That's who I was going with.
And there was not many Pagham players, if any, really mentioned today.
No.
No, but look, but that for me, that's basically because I've not seen him play all season, so I couldn't say. I genuinely couldn't. But when I think about where they were and what he's done, yeah,
Lemmy,
and
we're talking Lemmy,
yeah, of course, yeah. You've got to give him credit. Has absolutely flipped the switch on that. But then this is another really controversial one, right?
You're not going to name yourself, Bill, are you?
Dartnell Seaford.
Hey, darts.
And he will be shocked me saying that, I'm sure, right? Because I'm thinking he's throwing me some
told him to drop the track.
Yeah. But I look at it and I'll go, first season, step 5, the upheaval of Wisey, of him leaving, that is, yeah.
And Wisey's joining the brand.
The wise man, You look at that and you go, what a solid finish. What a solid finish, yeah? To the point that if you look at, for example, I know they tailored off at the end of the season, but they really, really to keep the club where they kept them and finishing mid-table in their first year, remarkable, right? Massive, remarkable. So I don't know. Maybe that's a bit of a far shout, but I felt that was like a wise shout to get out there. Sorry,
I'm not sure if
he'll
be even watching because he's been on one of those Butlins weekenders all this weekend.
Oh no!
I had a couple of voicemails from him.
Oh, God, but look, Liam Giles has had a good season as well. He's a very good season. Peacehaven, yeah, I am. I am actually backing him to win the league next year. I've just got a feeling. I might be wrong, and I probably will be. That will be the one I will probably be wrong on, but I reckon they will be up there.
I've heard they've missed out on a couple of targets. I'm not gonna ask Monty because it's not right being involved in there.
No,
in there. and that's not right. We put you enough in the shit as it is, but I heard they missed out on a couple.
Well, one of the targets will be big for them. But I'm not saying anything.
Is that coming from your team? Is it?
No. It's something I know from talking in house. But I've got a lot of confidence in Naz. He's one of my favorite county managers to watch in the last couple of years. Oi, he's a team of the season candidate, mate.
Yeah, team of the
Nobody's
season,
getting the
fam.
belters.
Come on, that.
Don't knock him.
You know, it's going to go in my bio now.
But
Yeah.
just picking up on your point, Bill.
Yeah.
I think Lemmy Ewan's done a fantastic job down there. I really do. You bearing in mind he was at Midhurst, yeah, and he was doing everything, and you know, he was documented. He had some health problems as well. He done absolutely brilliant down that den. They will be a lot stronger next year as well. So that's not too left field.
No, I think he's manager of the year.
Okay. Lee?
Hammy for me, mate. Hammy. Yeah, definitely.
That's like Hammy's like for me, like on paper, you can't do a league and cup double not it, can you? You can't. Yeah.
Monty, you gonna say Naz?
No, because it's manager of last season. So, I mean, Lemmy was my big one. Looking at how they've done and playing against his team this season, been really, really good. And then another person who I think's done really, really well is Jay down at Bexhill.
Yeah, brilliant.
I think he's done really well this year, especially coming into the side, keeping most of the side together, and getting a solid ninth place, which is an improvement on last season. So I think he's done really, really well with where he's at. But my man of the season, obviously, I don't really want to go with Hammy because everyone's going with him. He's quite a blatant win the cup double, you win the league and cup double. So, but my one is Lemmy at Pagham. So,
yeah, let's address this one quickly.
Go on, what's that?
Because I called this out, you know, what Callum's saying there. It's a lot of goals they're leaving there, and I think
Harry Heath as well. Harry Heath's gone.
He's another one. He's another one that I should have had it in around the squad. You know, there's goals everywhere.
Stenning will be all right. They're going to be all right.
I think they will. I think they're a very well-run club. They've done.
They've gave an opportunity to a fresh manager as well. In a big, it's a big task, but he'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to him, because I know there was a lot of managers that had, let's say, better CVs as you do, in and around there. But hey, they're going with that.
You got to go. Sometimes you've got to go with what fits right and what feels right.
That's what you've done at Hastings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just what felt right.
Okay. Lee, before you go, apologies if you took the banter wrong there, mate. But
there's no harm attack to it at all.
Does that mean you still, before you go, you still coming to the live show?
Yeah, I'll be there.
He's fuming.
He needs to be in bed by 10 tonight. After that,
he does. But Lee, we thought we lost you there. We thought we'd have to change the name of the show. It was over.
Really?
We were refunding tickets.
It was done. We were going to call it a show that goes on after 10.
It was close.
I nearly had to make that call. Call someone else there. But right, Lee, anything you need to say before you go?
No.
Once we tidy up.
No, mate, nothing.
No.
Right, mate.
Okay, Lee. Right. We will see you later. Take care, mate. Well, he's absolutely fucking fuming, isn't he?
He's livid.
He's fucking fuming. I've never seen him like that.
He might not make it to the live show. He might not make it. We might get a message in the group chat. So I've had second thought, boys.
He might have just left the group chat.
He might have. I'll check.
You better.
Is he still here or is he gone?
No, he's
he's gone.
He's gone.
We've lost him. He's fuming.
That's it, mate. That could be the end of Lee Penn for good.
Will he make it to the live show? That is the question on everyone's lips right now.
You'll have to tune in, won't you, to find out.
I don't know how that skyrocketed so bad. I really don't.
I do. We all burst into massive laughter.
Well, right. It is a game of opinions.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
How can you have the top goal scorer in your team? Like
16 players to pick from.
it's like you going through the Premier League this season and going team of the season. Now we don't need Bruno Fernandes. Like,
True. But then again, Molly. We've had a few.
Molly gone. Molly gone.
We've had some outtakes today. We'll be back. But Monty.
By the way, there's nearly 3,000 people on now.
I know. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. They nearly saw the end of Lee Penn as he was gone. Do you know what I mean? But
he had to get his women's coat on.
Joe Ben,
hidden in the shadows.
Joe Ben, another one.
It does make me wonder. We should get him a job at Step 7 somewhere. He could walk into. I think he can walk into a job at Step 7.
Do you know? Right, there's since we put that little campaign about tagging Lee into jobs, he got tagged in the Liverpool job, the Bournemouth job. Is it the Fakenham job? He's got every CFL job that's been going. He's been tagged in about 15 jobs. Everyone's going, Lee Penn's your man. Lee Penn's your man.
He needs to go back to Brian Electricity. I'm telling you, they are clueless. They need to get him in. He's our guy.
Look, the power of the non-league community out there in Sussex nearly got him an interview at Anfield. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there must be one club out there that.
What about the one that Dave Thingy's going into?
ASC
Brighton Rangers.
Yeah, why can't he go in as a joint gaffer there?
He did deny it, by the way. I did ask him for it, and he said he didn't confirm or deny.
He didn't confirm or deny.
I think Southwater might be without a manager at the moment because Dixie Laker left.
Well, Dixie's gone to be a director of football with Ian Matthews and Mark Lacey.
They're reunited back because they were at Rudwick together.
Oh, were they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I know Dixie. He comes with a bit of CV, doesn't he? Because
Dixie coached me.
Used to be a Crystal Palace scout as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I've known Dixie since I was tiny, so I love Dixie.
Right, Southwater.
Joe Ben.
Mate, Southwater have got a nice pitch, haven't they?
Yeah, lovely pitch.
Lovely.
Best pitch in the county, I think, personally.
No,
best grass pitch, yeah.
Monty, what are you smoking on?
No, he's right, mate. He's right because Crawley were training on him.
Crawley were training on him.
I played there for Lancing Vets. You know, it was a decent enough pitch, but not best in the county. It's what, mate.
Yeah. What grass pitch is better than that then in the county? Don't start saying like Seaford here.
Oi, you leave that stadium alone, mate. That is built for them. That's built for it. That is.
Can Southwater go up? They can't, can they? There's no grass.
They can't. They got no front lights.
That's what I mean. When I say pitch, okay, you got the pitch, yeah, but I want the whole thing around it. Do you know what I mean?
Why can't they get floodlights there?
Planning permission with the local houses. I mean, they've just got planning permission to.
It's massive. Their little area.
They've just got planning permission for 4G in, but they can't. But apparently, from what I've heard, is they can't put floodlights in. They can't play on it after 7 o'clock in the evening. Can't have too much noise on it. So,
what's the point?
Yeah, I mean, look, they've got a beautiful bar. Just talking about things, yeah. Worthing, Hayward Heath are playing their first away friendly against Worthing United at Crowshaw Park. Now, Crowshaw Park I've played there many a times. That's Lance United's ground. That's just down from Lance. Just quickly about Joe Ben. I love Joe Ben. Great guy. Interviewed him. It was one of on the series I did, the Dugout Diaries series, and he always struggled with his shoulder, didn't he? It dislocated a few times, didn't it? With him leaving as well, it's more goals at the attack. You know, Joe Ben's still quality on this day, always. Hang on, someone's backing you up here, Monty. Crawley were training on it.
They were, yeah. They were training on it.
Oh,
Because
did
they
you
went-
hear what Krellin said about Croydon?
Crawley.
Crawley, yeah. Did
What?
you hear about? He weren't happy, was he? Because they pulled out of the friendly.
What did he
And
say?
well, he said that basically he told it how it is. He said, "Look, we've backed you as a club when you wanted to do training at Bridges, you know, in there when their pitch was underwater and stuff like that. And they'd had this game in the diaries, pre-season game, Three Bridges versus Crawley, which locally is going to draw attention. It's going to bring some Skrilla in." And he thinks it's a cop out. Those were his words, a cop out. You know, I applaud Jamie for doing that. You know, rather than just playing the politically correct one, he said how it was. He was obviously pissed off. He's been let down. You know, and he sort of said, you know, when they need a training facility again, I hope they find somewhere. So there we go. But yeah, well, maybe they're training at Southwater now. That's a club that needs help. That is Crawley. For sure. Anything else before we go? Because lads, we've done over 3,000 tonight. It's record numbers.
Really?
Yeah. It's record numbers.
By the way.
It's ridiculous.
The ride's been fun, boys. The ride's been fun.
You know, and for everyone out there who took the time to vote for either the IBB10 show or the other one we have in the brand, the S&LF show, in there. Ironically, we were put on the Non-League Bible Awards in the same category with 6 other.
Well, I heard there was
big
some.
low, which means
we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that. Right?
No, I mean that's definitely means we split the vote. Do you know what I mean? Because we have half and half there. So look, but to be nominated is fantastic after only 31 shows or 32 shows, which is incredible. It really is. You know, S&LF have done about 80, 90 shows nearly now. So to do it, but we are going to keep it.
We've done 2 seasons. We've done 2 seasons.
3 seasons.
3 seasons. There you go. So other than that.
Our first S&F show we had 56 listeners over 2 hours.
And now you get about 200.
No. They do numbers, mate. I tell you, the new lineup and they've got is coming back. It's going to come back, and it's good. But that's a different show, different type of show. This one is where we ruffle feathers, and that you know,
or upset co-hosts.
Yeah, or lose, or lose Lee Penn. He's gone. It's gone for good. It's gone. He's left the group chat and a lot. He's gone.
He actually has, by the way.
He's gone, mate. So if anyone out there wants to come on now and just be a host, let me know, because rest in peace, Lee. He's gone. No, we love him. But yeah, just a recap before we go. Billy, what's your week looking like?
Football conversations all week.
I bet Monty's not in that discussion.
Nah, we've got to keep up.
I should be fucking team of the season nominee.
Yeah, I passed that team of the season over to Gaffer and said, "Have a look, anyone you fancy." He said, "Fuck me, so good he's on it twice. Can we have him?" Tuesday, I'm actually going to see.
Just without giving the game away, Bill. You know, I like to put you on the spot, and I might not get many chances.
Yeah.
Any of those Prem team of the seasons that you got here to lie on? Just say yes or no.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
One of them in mind is our new assistant manager.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but yeah, no. There, of course, we are. We look across the staff and myself. Like we're all having chats with targeted players at the moment. We're not rushing. I think in the past there's been a massive mad rush, and don't get me wrong, we have to be lively to get players done and dusted. But with all due respect, a lot of these clubs in county football signing players, as soon as some of the big boys come knocking, they're probably going to lose some of them anyway. So be careful what you overly push out there, because sometimes it might it might spark someone to think out there they want to have a little look at it. Do you know what I mean? And unless you put them under contract, a 7-day letter means nothing right now because the forms actually aren't out. So,
have you
we'll
ever
see.
seen? Have you ever seen a pre-season like this though, where? Because I know where players that have been mentioned tonight. I won't say one because I don't want to fuck up their things, but they're being offered treble their money that they got last year.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I suppose like some of them are being offered triple their money by clubs that are going into step 5. Mike,
I know.
There's clubs who are throwing money around. With all due respect, when does it become unsustainable? When does it become not possible? Like, when does it just become a vanity project?
I had this chat, a sustainability chat, when I was out in Cape Verde with a guy that runs, used to run big academies across the north of England, right? And I mentioned the name, you probably know the name, right? But he said he lived down in Surrey now. He knew all the teams. We had a great chat and that. And he said it's going to go bang for teams.
For some teams, it will. But like, I look at it like this. I just like Hastings. We get over 1,000 people watch, right? And I'm telling you, our budget is not massive in the slightest. There's probably well, I'll answer that set, but there's probably teams now at that level. You're like step 5 that are probably thrown around nearly as much, if not they have players on more money than we will pay some players.
Yeah, I know.
But we do it for sustainability. Like 1,000 people through the gate, people go, oh well, you know, £16 a ticket. That's fucking £16,000. It ain't right.
But then you've got to take the costs out and the operational costs.
Yeah, VAT. It's a real business.
Yeah,
tax, water bills, like every single other bill that there's to man at that football club, the beer costs, everything, right? Kit costs a lot. It ain't cheap. So, like, if you ran it to the point where you were spending, like, there's some clubs out there who get 200 people watching with £8,000 a week budgets. Like, what's the outcome? What to go and pick up a trophy? But what if you don't pick up a trophy? You just spunk the best part, some of them £250,000 on vanity. I'll be more excited, trust me. I'll be a lot more excited next year because we'll have some experienced players, but I'll be more excited if we find a gem and polish them and they become a non-league household name next year. I'll be more excited that one of our under 18s from one of this is the most exciting 18s group for 4 years, breaks into the first team, sustains it, and becomes a Hastings regular. That excites me more short term. Do we still want to get promoted this year? Absolutely, right? And that's what we want to do, but we want to do it the right way, and the right way is about getting all those little like grains together, right? And make household names.
I get that. I absolutely get that. At the same time, I don't want to talk mercenaries. I want to say, at the same time, the player has every right to go and knock on every door and get the best deal they can. I know you said it's different. Do they want to come and go, for example, go to Hastings, be blooded into the team, rather than being guaranteed games, guaranteed stuff here? Yeah?
I think people are scared of it, Mike. I think people are scared. I think that going to a club like Hastings,
you think they don't have that?
I think there's 2 types of players. One, when you pick up the phone and say, come to Hastings United, they're fucking buzzing about the opportunity to play for a big club, yeah? Or I'm only using Hastings as an example here. There's obviously other clubs around. Like there's other brands you can buy, right? But or there's others who shit their pants at it and actually act like they think they're good enough, but actually would rather be a big fish in a small pond. That's the way I feel about it. But I don't know. I just think I think there was a time when I was speaking to the manager about this. Like, me, imagine calling someone out and telling them like they can play for a club and play on a, because obviously we've invested 12 grand on the grass pitch this year.
I saw you were out on the field, the pilot field.
Yeah, 12 grand we put into it. 80 ton of sand, like it's been done properly, right? Really, like real properly. And this rain and heat that's come now is perfect timing, like perfect for growing grass. So we're gonna have a half decent surface next year. You're playing for a lot of people, and the club's now looking a lot more structured and organised than it has for a long time. This is a good time to be part of this project, right? It really, really is. And I just think it's but I look at it the same like Lewis. You know, obviously Cam said, "How do I feel about Dave going to Lewis?" I think it's great for Dave.
Yeah, congratulations, Dave, for getting that
It's
job.
the right job. I think it add value to Pitts. Probably the right job for him.
Not a fan of the joint management thing, though, mate.
It's not manager. It's this joint assistant manager.
Joint system. Okay.
Yeah, it's an assistant. Yeah, it's that. But by the way, again, I think coming out of the fucking fire and being under someone might be a smart move.
He's
right?
a great guy, Dave.
He is. I really like Dave. I've got a lot of time for him.
So do I.
But then Lewis, they're pleading with it. You go on their Facebook fans forum. They're pleading poverty. Like directors ain't got no money. The club's done, and so
well, it was well documented. At the beginning of the season, they were 120 in the red, weren't they?
Yeah,
120 bags minimum.
I think they're trying to sell the club. I think that's what's like. They're trying to sell the women's team, aren't they? That's what they're trying to do.
But that's what happened when they had that rule. They were the first in the country that paid
the quality. Right, by the way, and I'm gonna like the equality thing. It's being given the same budgets, and spending the same budgets are two different things, mate.
Fair point.
Yeah, but yeah, I wish Dave all the best there. All the best. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm buzzing. Like I'm buzzing because there's so many unknowns going into next season.
You can quickly tell me before we go. Well, what were those pre-season games? Which one am I going to blag my way into? What ones you got? You got any decent ones there?
Who we got? No, not really. Actually, he's quite bog standard for Hastings. But you can. Oh, we got one for might boost the social following. We've got the hashtag boys coming down. So maybe come to that. I did. SC Dons called me for a friendly. So George, Big G, called me up and said, "Can we fit it in?" But sadly, we couldn't fit it in. I would have liked to have played Dons. I think it would have been a really good game. I think they'll be an Ishmael League side next year after. I think they'll win Step 5 Scaffold this year.
Good luck to them. Mm. But one thing I want to say is to everyone watching here, we've done record numbers tonight. Okay. Obviously, it was a bit of a gimmicky night. You know, you got our own opinions for team season, but to have over 3,000 of you watching live on a Sunday night, watching Lee quit live on air as well. You know, he didn't really, but he's there. But I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thanks for the whole support you've given this season, for the whole brand that you had there. You know, we've had some tough times. It's not easy doing this. I want to thank Monty for coming on board and being, you know, taking time out with his butler and his 27-room mansion. I want to thank Billy for giving us a way into his network in there and being real, because he took a lot of powers, you know, and he stayed true and he said it how it is. I want to thank Lee as well for not giving up and going there, now being. Now, no, I didn't mean it about tonight. I meant it actually about because he will know. A year and a half ago, we had a bit of a heart-to-heart chat over some wine, and he wanted to give up being doing the YouTube. I think he had like 2,000.
He's the heartbeat, mate. He's the heartbeat,
mate. He's one of the most followed non-league Sussex YouTubers going, and he's also up for a non-league Bible award for himself. He's on the verge of really doing great things there. So, excuse my cat in the background. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's supported us. We're going big next season. We've got a lot of automation coming. We've invested a lot of money into it. We'll be going through, keep going, download the In the Dugout app, keep that going. Thank you for Dr. X, Mr. X, who's watching, who we can't say his name, who is the brains behind it. Thank you. And thank you to all the clubs and the managers and the players that actually give us the access. When I wake up in the morning, the fucking phone's going, you know. Spoke to about 4 or 5 different managers already today. And I don't normally do much on a Sunday by this. So, yeah, thank you to all of you guys. Let's hope that going. I'm sure me and Lee, if he speaks to me after this, I'm sure we will see. I will see him Saturday at the SCFL dinner, which I'll be looking forward to. And anyone that don't like me, come and see me there. And everyone likes Lee. And if not, Sunday live again for the live show. But when we say live,
We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing. We're going to turn up.
We haven't had a clue since we started. But we seem to rustle feathers.
Cowboys.
And people seem to have latched onto this like no one's business. And then, so thank you to everyone. You've done it. 3,197 of you online over the platforms. It is with this pleasure we are signing off. Have a happy day at work tomorrow. Thank you for everything. You have been amazing.